nowhere in the practice shift, and then in all the heat you took
Thank you, lovely. Thanks very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
That's right, yep. I don't know when it... I just don't know when it has to finish, I just guessed. That's my guess. Could be in there for another half hour. I'm going to hang around. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm like, for commentary, and I'm like, shout to guns. Could be, well, I think that's what I would do. Cool. See you in a bit.
My path is endless. Finish line doesn't exist. Hi everyone, welcome back to YouTube channel Racing Wolf. Yes, this is me, Racing Wolf. And guys, today I am here at Silverstone, here happening KartMania, and next to me, you know, for me this person is a legend of the motorsport. And Jake Sanson. Jake, I'm not gonna tell a lot to the viewers who you are, just tell, because I know you about 4 years already, and why I'm telling you legend, because I saw how you build your career as a commentator. So can you tell me to the viewers a little bit your history of your motorsport career?
It's been crazy. I started back in 2011 at an indoor karting circuit just over the Welsh border near Chester, and I started commentating on the corporate Grand Prix they ran there. And it's turned into Super 1 a year later, Eurosport a year after that.
Wow.
And then over the years I've just been trying to get into as many racing paddocks as humanly possible, and I've ended up doing the Le Mans 24 Hours, the Grand Prix of Po. Last year we did Macau for Eurosport, Formula E 3 years ago, presenting the Fan Village at Battersea Park in London.
Battersea.
And
my God.
in 2019 I've been doing the FIA Karting European and World Championships, as well as the IAMA Euro Series, and I even did the foreign audience commentary point here at the British Grand Prix for Silverstone for Formula 1. So it's been an amazing journey. Amazing journey.
Amazing. I even seen you've been making something like a circuit plan for Formula E back to the London. I've seen your project on the Facebook. Am I right?
We've been looking at it in various different places. We did a fantastic feature on our Downforce Radio social media channel a few years ago as to where Formula E should run in a city if it couldn't run in London. And we had some fabulous suggestions from people who messaged us with track maps of their local city as to how a Formula E race could really work.
Wow.
And I love being able to create content like this because it really gives people an opportunity to use their own creativity and their own imagination. We actually sent them to Formula E as well, so they've had a look at them, so you never know, maybe one of them might actually happen one day.
So they still didn't respond?
Nothing yet, nothing yet, it's in the pipeline.
Listen, today we are at KartMania, yeah? Tell me, events like this, what you think about events like this?
I think they're very important to the industry. You know, you need to figure out where it is you're going to start racing. If you're dissatisfied with your current program, you need to know what the alternatives are. There are so many people here, suppliers of karts, championship organisers, circuit racing clubs, accessory suppliers, obviously racewear individuals. There are so many different types of people who are here, but all of them are integral to the world of karting and to the wider motorsport world. I mean, you have to remember that karting is very much intrinsic to everything that happens in the world of motor racing.
Yeah.
Every single Formula One driver on the grid can trace their roots back to karting, and they still return to it, either for playtime or for training. So it's a very integral part of the sport, and I think it's really essential that the various industry makers and the teams and the championships and all the various clubs and all of the industry makers, they really need to contribute to a show like this. It's a very essential part of the motorsport map. It's a very important date on the calendar, and I have learned so much about the world of motorsport just by coming to this one event, and I've been here for the last 4 years. It's fantastic. It's now a must date on my calendar.
And listen, how do you think, because you've done so big path through the motorsport and you've been commentating and you've seen different situations, different stories, how do you think karting in UK today, is it getting bigger, better, or it's kind of closing down, dying?
I wouldn't say it's dying. What I do think is that it's slightly diluted. I think there are a lot of different championships trying to cover the same market.
Yeah.
And I personally think that it's more important to focus on the integrity of the clubs. The clubs are the important factor. So every single regional club around Britain and Northern Ireland, that's where we need to be focusing. From the British Championship, we need to be going to various different places around the country, around British Isles, not just to the south or not just to the Midlands, but we need to be in Wales, we need to be in Scotland, we need to be in Northern Ireland. Even one weekend abroad to actually really further the opportunities for the youngsters. Maybe a 7 weekend series, a 7 weekends year of karting with 1 weekend abroad. It would be really good to see, we see that in things like British GT, and we see things like that in Formula 3 where they have 1 weekend abroad to really give them something to shoot for. It's an excitement factor and it's a buzz factor. But I do think it's very integral to the sport that we try and focus our attentions on the local clubs. That is where we're going to bring the talent in. That's where we're going to hone the skills. It's all very well to focus on the major championships and the regional and national championships, but we need to focus on the clubs. That's where the racing talent is going to come from, and that's where we're going to really see equality as a widespread sport within karting. It's very, very important, and I think more needs to be done at the club level.
When we say in clubs, we mean the circuit clubs.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I think, we need to be trying to put a little bit more money in trying to raise the professional level of the circuits so that they're all on an even playing field. So that we can say, well, 1 year we're going to race at this particular circuit, and then the next year we're going to tour it around. Because there's only so many weekends in a season that you can do, but there are so many great circuits out there that have the ability to run fantastic racing. You've got everything from Three Sisters to Larkhall to Wardenlaw to Landau to Hooton Park, all of these amazing circuits that could do with a little bit more of a boost on a financial level, on a developmental level, and certainly from Motorsport UK, who could really push a little bit more weight into those clubs to really strengthen them. And I think there's a real danger of certain circuits getting a little bit more of a crack of the whip than others. And I think that's really going to be counter-effective, because if there's only a certain region of the country that has the good facilities, they're the only ones who are going to have the funding and the development and the tools they need to get up to Formula One. And it needs to be widespread across the entirety of Great Britain.
Exactly. Mate, you know what? I completely agree with you about the clubs and the circuits, and especially when you said we need to go to Scotland, we need to go into Wales, because last year I've visited 35 circuits. And I've done the Project Lion King.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I've been visiting North Scotland Karting Club, East Scotland Karting Club.
Oh, it's a great circuit.
And only one of them, which is called South Larkhall, South Scotland, only one of them been used for the British Karting Championship. But the other 3 or 4 circuits, when you're getting there, it's amazing. It's unbelievable how they technical. The other thing, location where they situated, this is another part of the history, the history of the, not only of the karting, but of the whole Britain, And when I see that circuit suffer a little bit with the investment, with everything, here I completely agree with you that need to be paid more attention to the clubs.
Well, I suppose one of the ways that you could almost make it easier in the interim is we have a lot of these different championships from various different sectors and whatever. What I would love to see in the future, maybe 5-10 years down the line, is I would love to see a Scottish national championship, a Welsh national championship, a Northern Irish national championship, and an English national championship. That way, you genuinely have something that's really, really locally based, regional based, but it gives each of these drivers from each of these different parts of the country a chance to really go for something on a high level. Then at the end of the season, in sort of October or November time, you bring them all together for one major national championship. That's one way I think could really, really benefit the world of karting as a whole in this country, but it makes sure that, you know, people who are living in Scotland, they have a national championship that they can fight for. In England, obviously it's going to be a little harder. You might have to spread it into north and south, but still an opportunity there for people who are trying to struggle to get to different places around the country with their budget. They have a championship that's close to them that they can compete in, and then at the end of the season, a one-off big British championship, or something along the lines of Kart Masters. Make it a bit more about the regional championships, the best of Scotland, the best of England, the best of Wales, and then bring them all together for one major competition. I would love to see something like that.
It sounds really good. Even I, when I now try to imagine it, it sounds really amazing.
I mean, even if you brought them onto an equal playing field, so a temporary circuit. So you've got all of these amazing clubs and circuits around the country. A major international event like that, the best of Britain ultimately, I would love it to be a temporary circuit at somewhere like Alton Towers or Legoland Windsor. You've got all of these car parks doing nothing. You could create a Las Vegas style street race here in Britain at one of these events, and it would bring the national public interested and engaged into the sport. If they're going to Alton Towers, it will be there. They will have no choice but to engage with it. So it would be fantastic to really bring the sport to the British public in a secular, neutral playing field in such a way.
You know, Jake, 100% agree with you. And you know, we already chat with you about it, and I think we will mention it to the viewers that all, like what we said, all interaction with the people, if we want them to be involved in the motorsport, it have to start from places like this one, like KartMania. And we spoke with the Jake already about it, but we're gonna mention it now for you guys. We think this is amazing event, guys. I'll be honest with you, this is amazing event, and Jake like it and I like it. But what we think, it needs to be a little bit more interactive, a little bit, I don't know, it needs to have a more contact with the karting, with maybe testing karting, maybe something like this, because outside of here we have a huge car parks as well, where we can make something like a mini barriers and mini circuits just to go out and test it.
Well, one of the great events that I've been doing the last 2 seasons here at Silverstone is Motorsport Days Live, and they've got a fantastic blueprint for how events like this should work. We've come here into the halls and had the exhibits here and have a talking stage where obviously people are giving lectures and talks about various different subjects within the motorsport world, but downstairs in the pit garages, it's a test day. So the drivers actually get the chance to engage with the race teams, with the race cars that they want to go and play in, whether it's a Caterham or a Radical or a Praga. They want to go out on the circuit and actually do some testing. And in terms of the start of the conversation through to the signing of the check and paying the money, it's amazing, because you can sit there at the Autosport show in Birmingham saying, well, the car is fantastic, we would love you to come and have a try of it, but then weeks go by and people forget about certain things. But if you're there at the weekend and say, well, the car is fantastic, why don't you come and drive it? So within half an hour they've been out on the circuit, they drive the car and they go, yes, I want to drive that. And the immediacy of that is just astonishing. And I think you're right. I mean, the location is fantastic. It's central to everyone in the United Kingdom, so Silverstone is the perfect venue for it, especially here in the wing. But I do agree to a certain extent that I think there needs to be some physical form of karting here within the grounds. I don't know how you would go about doing that, whether you'd incorporate the Stowe circuit or whether you would use part of the car park here to have something that's temporary. But yes, I think an active engagement physically with the sport is exactly what it needs. Now obviously that might be a bit of a logistical nightmare, but Motorsport Days Live have proven that it's doable. I guess it now needs to have a look at it and see what can be done. But fair credit to Martin, he's done another fantastic job with the event. It's great to see so many people engaging with the brands here. I've done more business here over the last 24 hours than I've ever done at an exhibition. It's great to see so many people working together to really push the sport forward.
Right, guys, so was Jake Sanson. Amazing person, and as you could hear, lots of interesting and useful information. He has lots of knowledge about motorsport, about go-karts, about cars, and Formula E, Formula One. Right now, I am inside of the KartMania, the main pavilion, and oh yeah, actually, just behind me, this is the F100, guys, and let me go there. And
hello.
Can I chat to you quickly?
Of course you can. How
Is
are
it okay? Nice one.
You having a good show?
Here we go. Yeah. How are you, Jay?
I'm alright. Do you want some Haribos?
Ooh.
Thanks, guys. See you.
I'll take one. I'll take one for the viewers.
So these ones, gold bears are the best.
Gold. Yeah, gold one. Yeah.
You take them.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good. First of all, guys, I would like to say sorry.
What are you apologising
for missing Saturday at Buckmore.
Oh, you didn't come, did you? What happened?
You even didn't notice.
What
Come
happened?
on.
I did. We was all upset. Where were you?
Mate, I'll be honest with you. I was thinking that everything gonna happen on a Sunday. And you know what? I checked it only when the Jay texted me that, where are you?
Where are you?
And it was already evening time.
See, we thought you was up in the woods again, rummaging around, trying to get to the top bed.
You know,
like the
it would
previous
be
year.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
If you see the video and like where that comes from. But no, unfortunately, yeah, guys, I was working and I was thinking like tomorrow Sunday I'm gonna come film F100. But sorry, no, really, because for me that round 6 was so important because I was filming all season and I was thinking like, yeah, round 6, amazing, Buckmore, you know.
blew us out.
Yeah, and yeah.
We're sorry. We're sorry. You missed us. Really, it's
well,
it's a shame because it would have completed a whole year for you, wouldn't it? Like a complete cycle,
yes,
like a little series.
Exactly.
And it was a great race. You missed a great race. Terrific.
Well,
race.
but you know what?
Big meeting. 112 drivers.
Ooh.
Not on one grid.
Wow.
Not on one grid.
I understand that, not on one grid.
Yeah.
Listen, can you tell me how you're doing today and
Fantastic.
how's it going? New drivers? Lots of new drivers?
We opened registrations yesterday. 27 memberships already. So that's we actually opened them last night. To be fair, opened them late. Got so busy here yesterday. We hit the ground running. And I just didn't have time to get to the computer for like 2 minutes to switch memberships on. I did it last night when I got back to the hotel. 27. Gosh. So I guess we probably missed some during the day as well, but hopefully they'll catch up with us in the next few days.
You know what? I know that you have something new in F100. Tell us about it.
New. Okay, so we have
TKM, yeah?
well, it's 2 or 3 things that are new. Can I tell you about a couple of them?
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
So first of all, F100 is now a affiliated motorsport club.
Oh,
Okay.
MSUK.
Yep.
Wow.
So we have an Motorsport UK kart club. We're really proud of that. It's been a lot of work to get that going. We have an affiliated set of classic kart regulations. So we have proper Motorsport UK kart regulations, and our SRs will sit on top of them. So that's really good. We can go racing in a classic fashion with the karts period, with the period bodywork, period bumpers, everything. We're really happy with that. So that's one thing.
Amazing.
On Friday we got our championship permit raised by Motorsport UK. So now we've got a proper championship permit to go racing on next year. That's all come in the last couple of days. We applied for it months ago, but the process has all happened on Friday. Really just in time. It's fantastic. Wow. And we've launched TKM just a month ago.
I'm going to film it separately.
Something we're really proud about as well, because we're working quite closely with Talco. So Alan Turney at Talco, the manufacturer and the class designers are happy to come on board with us.
Wow.
And they've helped us write a set of regulations, which we feel a period. And we've got some tools and stuff to do scrutineering, to got proper legibility scrutineering, proper tyre, and we've actually asked them, can we include the next homologation period? And of course, they said that's a really good idea, best thing to do. So we're going now to 2003 for TKM only, which includes a load more chassis.
From 2003?
Up to 2003.
So you can use lots of chassis different.
Lots more chassis available now.
Can I ask you, why you came up with the idea of TKM? Is that was demand or it was this something?
Forgive me, what was the question again?
Why you came up with this decision to start the TKM class?
Yeah, of course you can. TKM is I mean, we consider ourselves now in F100 grassroots still. It's a grassroots karting class. Back in the day, Formula A definitely wasn't grassroots. You know, there's quite a lot of expenditure involved to get the equipment, the karts, engines to the required specifications to race. But now, obviously 20 years later, all the tuning's done on the engines. The engines exchange hands for anywhere between 150 and, you know, very little money. 150, 200, 250, 500, 600 pound for an engine.
Wow.
Really, really cheap. Chassis are very cheap. TKM, even cheaper. So,
Really?
So it's proper grassroots karting, and it fits perfectly with us. 100cc, direct drive, very simple chassis. You know, no caster adjustment, no rear ride height adjustment, 30mm axle. It's cheap as chips. Karts change hands for a couple of £100 at most. Engines change hands for similar money. What more could you want?
Easy it is, better it is.
Absolutely. So it's 100cc, it's period, it's air cooled,
And quick.
and it's quick, and it's great fun. That's the main thing. It's great fun.
Exactly.
So it fits perfectly in our family of karts.
No, that really sounds amazing. You know, when I hear, because I know the TKM engines, they're very reliable. They're
Sure.
kind of longer running.
Super reliable.
Yeah,
Super
yeah, yeah.
reliable.
And when I hear something like this coming up, you know, I think it's a cool idea.
We think so. We're going to go testing next week at Kimbolton. So our first test day is Kimbolton, and we have a test day on Saturday, and then they're going to be fully part of our championship next year. And we've even got a date for the Kimbolton Max's Festival next year for TKM, and that's going to be their Open Championship.
Wow.
So that is absolutely amazing.
Jay, amazing information. Thanks a lot for that. Really, I
You like that, I can tell.
like that. I like that.
Should we get him in this kart at some point?
Jay, I still gonna see you.
Oh no, driving off.
We're going to get you in a TKM and see what you think of it at some point, I reckon.
I'm coming already.
What are you doing next Saturday? This sounds really good. What are you doing next Saturday?
I think I am at Kimbolton already.
Okay, we can hook up there and perhaps get you out in a machine and see what you reckon. What do you reckon? Try and get you out there?
I love it.
You can give us a nice report on what you think about it. You've done...
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll try it, and I'll say my 100% honest
I've
opinion.
seen you drive. You're quite quick. You know, you're not some old corporate arrive and drive car. I've seen you in my trolley, and you actually blew that up. I think you went so quick.
Well,
So
let's see. Let's see what I'm going to do in that one.
Let's not blow that up.
At least. Jay, thanks a lot. I definitely going to
Anatoly.
come to Kimbolton. Definitely.
Anatoly.
I'll keep in contact with you.
Yep.
And enjoy this Sunday, mate.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Cheers.
now we're going to speak to this beautiful champion, all-play champion. Here we go.
Hello.
Jay, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah, had a really nice weekend. You know.
Oh, yeah, I've seen your Instagram.
Yeah, I've just been studying, talking about karting. What more could you possibly want, eh?
Especially when you're champion of all plays.
Oh, I know.
You can give
I've
so
got it.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can give so much valuable information to people. How
I
to
hope
race,
so.
how to
Yeah,
win.
yeah,
Yeah. Listen, tell me first of all what your plans for the next year with the motorsport.
Well, next year I'm going to do pre-95. I brought all my own outfit. I actually own the engine that I won the O-plate on now. So we'll be out in F100 next year, racing that really hard. Hopefully...
The whole season?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully,
that's brilliant.
I know. Hopefully taking Alistair's championship. I know you're watching this.
He is watching
He is
every
watching
program.
this,
Yeah.
yeah. I know you're watching this topless.
Exactly. And I hope next year I'm going to interview you
Yeah, it's yeah.
and Alistair on the second place.
He's crying.
No, he's
no,
not.
we're going to have a very good and very hard seasons racing.
To be honest, it's going to be a very interesting battle between both of you.
Oh,
I'll be honest
totally.
with you.
And then you've
Yeah.
got Nikki and Sam and Chris, all the other guys. You can't forget about them.
No, I'm not
There's
forgetting.
I know, but there's about 6 of them that could win it every single race. It's just awesome. And they're so fair. Like, you know, when I do modern karting, it's very bumper car-y. But in this, you know, you get overtaken. Somebody, you know, they wait till the next corner. They don't just crash.
Lots of respect, I'll be honest with you.
Lots of respect.
Lots of respect. That's nice. Jade, thanks a lot for information.
you.
Not going to disturb you for too long.
Oh, thank you.
And have a good Sunday.
Thank you.
Enjoy the show.
You too. Have you been around much? Have you seen many things?
I'm still going to go and see something.
In there's a 60-year-old go-kart.
What is that?
A 60-year-old go-kart. It's 60 years old.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Where is that?
It's all the way in the other one. It's got a little balloon on it.
I'm definitely going to check
Yeah.
it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you.
See you around.
Bye, guys.
Right, guys, so this is what my friends from F100. There was Jade, there was another guys, but everyone was too busy chatting to the people who was coming there, wondering about what is it F100, how to start. So now I move to the second part of the exhibition. It's actually, I'll be honest with you, lots of the same things which I filmed already last year. I leave the link for that video in the description down below. You can go and check it. To be honest with you, 90% of exhibitors here, they all from last year. But I can see here.
Hello again.
Alex Goldschmidt.
Hello Anatoly. Hello everybody.
May, how are you doing?
Good. Very productive KartMania. Here with Jag Engineering, who are the official UK and Ireland suppliers of the Rotax Max Evo engines. We've got all the different power plants here. We've got Mini Max, Junior Max, Senior Max, DD2, DD2 Masters. We've had a lot of interest. Yesterday it was quite a big flow. We've had a lot of positive inquiries, and the social media has reflected that. We've had a big increase in that since the grand finals in Sarno. Late October I came on board with the team, started working on new content. We've seen... Sure, no problem at all. You see Gary's getting in the way as always. Or Pete's getting in the way as well.
I'm not
Pete, yeah, that's the problem. I can't tell the difference between the two at the time. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, Rotax have celebrated their 20th anniversary of the grand finals. They've been providing the Rotax Max engine for 20 years. Obviously, BRP Rotax based in Austria. So yeah, it's been a positive weekend. We thought it was going to be quite a quiet Sunday, but today's been a good steady flow and lots of other things besides. And we're looking forward to hopefully breaking our sales target for 2019.
Nice one. Listen, what is the Rotax plans for the 2020? How they doing in UK? Any maybe new championships?
The thing is that there's been a lot of talk about Micromax, and the main reason being is that Micromax, and the biggest thing is that there are a lot of cadet drivers out there who are looking to move forward, and we've had a lot of interest since the grand finals. The main reason being is that Macaulay Bishop, in just his second international event, took part in the MotorSport UK British Kart Championships one-off event for Micromax at Forest Edge. So the top three on the podium will get an automatic invitation to the B&L Karting Series in Genk in early October. But the winner of the event would actually be the first ever UK Micromax driver that would end up being a qualifier for the Rotax Grand Finals. And what's more is that in his second ever international event, Macaulay was runner-up at the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals at Circuito Internazionale Napoli. And so we have had people asking us, Micromax. But there's a big development that's happened through BRP Rotax. Quite a few developments. I mean, Rotax also are in the prototyping and testing stages of the E20 project, a fully electric kart.
Wow.
Which was unveiled at Sarno on the penultimate night of the grand finals. I was there in a media capacity. It's lighter, the weight distribution is a lot more efficient. It's all in-house at BRP Rotax, because the Rotax Thunder kart that was initially brought out and has been racing the German Electric Kart Championship, or DEKM, has been running for the last 2 seasons. BRP Rotax are hoping that kart hits the track running. We got a public demonstration at Sarno, and it was quite clearly quicker. The battery packs are more compact, more heavily emphasised on weight distribution, handling characteristics, and there's a big long straightaway at Sarno, which has a bit of a left-right kink chicane in the middle, and effectively they were quite a little bit ahead of the Rotax Thunders, but also the biggest development for BRP Rotax in terms of the Rotax Max Evo engines. Like I say, with these ones here, there's so many different permutations. They've developed a new platform with the Micro and the Minimax engines, which made their debut, the 2020 specification, at Sarno. And they were tested for a full week of competition, pedal to the metal, fuel being burnt through those fantastic 125cc engines. What the thing is that Rotax has always been a big believer in parity, but they also want to help reduce costs for, you know, lad and dad drivers, privateer entries. So what they've done for 2020 is that for a very minimal cost, you can upgrade from the Micromax package into a Minimax. There are some configuration changes that you need to make in order to replicate it as a Minimax engine, but it's allowing to drive that cost effectiveness within motorsport. We all know that motorsport can be very expensive. Karting is no exception. So we were asked at the press event, what did everyone think of the Micro and the Minimax competitions at the Grand Finals? I was the only person to put my hand up and said, having watched the Minimax all week long and seeing the Micromaxes compete, fantastic racing. Well done, Rotax. And you know, here at Jag Engineering, we're really proud to be affiliated with BRP Rotax, and long may that association continue.
Nice one. Listen, so many news, so many things
Well, also, there's a new set of, we've just recently had some news from Mojo, who are the official tyre suppliers for Rotax. Just on the desk in front of me.
Yeah.
I know that you'll probably put in an image right about now, but the new W5 has just been released early in mid-November. It's CIK FIA homologated. They are available to sell. They are available to buy. For anyone that's in the UK that is in Rotax and wants to conform with the new regulations, they are now available for sale. It's the W5. So there's a lot of work behind the scenes, but also a lot of new products coming online. I mean, we've had, like I said, we've had a lot of interest, a lot of people coming to us, looking at Rotax as a viable alternative to continue racing in karting. But also we had a bit of news earlier on this year, about 4 weeks ago, from a service centre called Force Motorsport. Obviously, we're good friends, having started knowing each other from Daytona D-Max. Well, the current fleet at Milton Keynes, all 24 engines, ran between 232 and 276, if memory serves me correctly, hours of flat-out racing with not one single terminal engine failure.
Are you being serious?
Two
strokes. We speak about 2 strokes.
No, we're talking about 125 Rotax Max engines. That's what D-Max run.
This is a 2 strokes. Yeah.
So
and
no terminal engine failures. All 24 engines have recently been serviced, and we found out the information. So
I wouldn't believe this information if I wouldn't know you.
I don't think you believe it anyhow, but I've seen the email. But yeah, I think for us as being affiliated with Rotax, you know, the 2020 is, you know, we're going into it very strong as a brand. And it's a great family feel here. You know, I'm proud to be a part of the team alongside Gene, John, Gary, and Tina, and to, you know, with being with the, you know, you know, when I was talking to you about the when we were having our chats off camera about the Rotax Winter Cup in Campillos next year.
Yeah.
We've already got 157 entries.
Oh, whoa!
And we're 2 months into the promotion of the event.
Wow.
So realistically, you know, Rotax is as strong as it's ever been, and just the sheer amount of interest that we've had, people coming, talking to us, being interested in the Rotax rule. So really, from our perspective here at Jag Engineering, we're really happy with how things are going, and we're looking forward to 2020 in spades, my friend.
Perfect.
Right, guys. Right now, I am at the Bepack stand. Sir, remind me your name, please.
I'm Bob Hutchinson. I'm organiser with Ange, actually my wife, who does our admin, and I run the other side of it. Yeah, and we run the Bepack. It's our 4th year now. We're going well. It's getting bigger and bigger. The grids are good. Yeah, come and do some of us. The endurance stuff. We run 6 hours, 24 hours, all around England, and we're going to Spain this year as well.
Wow,
yeah,
nice one.
Campilios, yeah.
Guys, I spoke to Bob already last year at the KartMania as well, and also I visited one of the Bepack rounds. I'll leave you the links for these videos in the description down below. But this year, I've been again visiting Bepack, and I found very interesting information which Bob right now gonna tell us a little bit about that information.
Yeah. We're charging £310 for an entry. We can supply a hire cart for you as well at £600. We run pull engines for the first 3. We run a buyback. We've gone back to slicks. We did try wets last year, but we've gone back to slicks just for cost purposes.
Even on the wet?
Yes. We're going to stay slicks all the time now.
And how is it on the slicks, like the driver's behaviour?
Yes, no, it's very good. You just find that the impact speeds are a lot slower, so if you do have an incident, it's not as bad as what people say, and yeah, it's more a cost thing really, because people like the wets, but it's a lot of money. You have to carry your wets around all the time,
especially when the weather conditions different,
course,
and you run onto the wets into the bit drier, then you just ruin them.
And you ruin the wet straight away. And we've always raced on slicks for the last 20 so years, so we know it works. Yeah, the
sounds really
works.
competitive.
It's very competitive. Because we run a sealed engine as well, and they're all the same basically. And,
so only Bepack can check the engines and can rebuild the engines.
RPM.
You only with the RPM, yeah?
Only supply, yeah. And they're sent back and checked at times, and you can buy them anyway. That's another good thing for this championship. If you feel that someone's engines are quicker, buy them. It's not a problem.
Let's say if someone not the RPM, if someone's selling the engines, we can buy them.
No, you can buy anyone's engines on the day.
Aha.
Whatever competitor you think was better than you or was quicker than you, and you're not sure about their engine, you can buy them.
But it's still going to be checked and sealed by Bepack.
They're still no RPM. They're checked and sealed by RPM.
Checked and sealed by RPM.
I can take the engine any time and get it re-dynoed and check that it's right. But yeah, I get them checked all the time.
Ooh, sounds very fair and competitive.
And for the elite class, our top class, we have pull engines. For the top 3, we'll get pull engines, which are randomly selected before the next race.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it keeps it fair, to be fair.
But let's come back to that rental cars, because it's what's the price for the weekend?
For the whole weekend is £600.
It's for Sunday, isn't it?
That's for the Sunday. If you want to do the practice, we charge £100 for the preparation again after the Saturday, because you'll be racing all day round and practicing on the Saturday. You're allowed to change the setups. We'll help you do that. Basically, it's just like another race day. So you're getting so much seat time.
So in the total, we have £700 in the total for the weekend.
Correct. Yeah. Plus you buy your tyres, because you have to have a control tyre.
Plus the tyres.
The Bridgestone tyre. Yeah.
I can use one set of the tyres during the weekend, or I can buy.
You've got to use one set. Yeah.
Only one.
Only one set for the official race, which is the qualifying, practice, and the race. They're all controlled.
So for the weekend, for the Saturday, I can use whatever I like.
You want. Yeah, that's fine. But the Sunday have to be controlled. And they're put in park for me at night, so no one touches them.
For example, if I want to scrub the tyres the Saturday before, I can't scrub them.
You can only scrub them in
just the new, yeah?
Yes, on the Sunday you'll get 30-minute practice qualifying.
So you have to scrub them.
Scrub your tyres.
That's even more makes more equal. I'll be honest with you.
Exactly, yeah. And because everything we try to keep things fair, everything's controlled. I think it's the best way forward for us, and it's worked. So 4 years we've had good grids of 30 plus. So. It
sounds
works.
Really amazing. And also, I understand 700, 100 tires. Anything else the driver should know?
We bring 20 litres of fuel, that's it, and we supply the
for
rest.
Sunday.
Yeah, and it's the same again, the fuel's all controlled, it's all air fuel. You bring your own, it's put in with air fuel and it's all controlled.
For Saturday you bring separate fuel?
Saturday's your own fuel, yeah. Sunday for race day it's controlled fuel, which you bring 20 litres. It's the same for everyone.
Excuse me, I just wanted to ask about that controlled fuel. There is a standard which drivers, because there is an E95 high octane, there is an E95 like a lower octane.
Just a standard unleaded 95.
Standard unleaded.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
They can't.
It makes no difference anyway. To be fair, we've tried it before, but we stick to 95. Yeah.
I'm sorry for this question, but for me it's really interesting.
That's not true.
Okay, you know what? I'm really interested in what you're saying because
and
for me
it's fixed gearing as well, so everyone's on the same gearing.
So no right to choose any other.
You can't change the gearing; it's fixed. Yeah.
That makes even more fair.
Exactly. Yeah.
Amazing, really amazing. You know, I think very cool idea because for me, for example, I'm from London. I live in a flat. I don't have where to store my car. I don't have how to transport my car.
We find this quite a lot. Yeah, people just want to turn up and race.
Yeah, so your idea, I really like it. And what I else like that it's not a corporate car.
No,
it's
you're
a racing
getting the same kit as everyone else.
Yeah.
Basically the same. You're allowed to make setup changes, which we help you with. We have free mechanics all the time working on them. So it's good.
Sounds
good.
Really brilliant. Thanks a lot for this information.
Problem.
I'll think about next season. Thank you very much.
No problem. Yeah.
Thank you very much, and have a good Sunday today. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Right, guys. So this is what information about Bepack, and I think it's really awesome information because this is what I'm looking for. I don't want to transportate something. I don't want to. And you know what? Most of the people who living in the big cities, they don't want to do that. Not because they're lazy, just because they don't have opportunity. They don't have a space to store it. They just don't have a chance to do it in a proper. Not in a proper way. They don't have a chance to buy it and store it somewhere. So this type of rent is really what I need. Yeah, so I'll think about it. Definitely, I'll think about it. Right. Let's see what else I have here, and what else new we have here. And let's go. Let's chat. Let's find information.
In 8th place, James Ross. We come now to the top 3. In 3rd place, Levi Hill. The runner-up, Finn Leslie. And the winner, our Miami Cadet Champion 2019, number 1, Jay Hobie.
All measures taken.
All measurements done. Good to go.
Nice one.
At least 5/10 quicker now.
You're going to be able to make one for Racing Wolf?
Of course.
For 2020
championship?
Yeah.
Go ahead. No worries.
It's going to be really simple, black and red. That's
it's a bit too basic for us.
No, you need something more difficult.
Yeah, we can do it though.
But I have a wolf picture. Lots of suits. Lots of orders.
Yeah, yesterday. So Saturday was really good. So all of our suits now. We've got 2 ranges. So we've got the X-Pro range. We've got the traditional, which is your pattern cut and embroidered suit. And we've just launched our new Sub 1, which is the sublimation X-Pro version. So yeah, it's a special process. So all the design and all of the logos are embedded within the actual material of the suit. They don't fade or anything like that. But what you can do with sublimation is create really intricate technical designs, and they come out absolutely perfect. It's basically like a printout from the computer. So yeah, it's fantastic. So
listen, what is the price range from what until what the customer can expect?
Well, so what we do is we give you the full price up front, so everything is included in the cost. So that even includes delivery. For instance, on a typical X-Pro traditional, we have to factor in other things like logo plant charges for the embroidery. So if the logo isn't on our system already or in our database, then we have to get that logo created. So there's a charge for that. On average, an X-Pro traditional, custom fit included, is around about £600. For the sublimation version now, that's 428, and that's everything all in. So all the design, all the logos, custom fit, all included in the price, 428. Whereas this is around 650.
And it's this one for 428. It's completely legal for any championship.
CIK level 2 approved. Yeah. So all the suits are manufactured in Italy. So we've got a facility there that we use. All the suits are CIK level 2 approved.
Nice one. And I can see that these exhibitions like this is very useful for you guys, because I can see you taking measurements and everything. It's I think it's really amazing.
It's great for us because we're still a young brand. You know, it's only our second year, but you know the name is getting out there more and more.
Only in 2 years you already
build
quite a lot.
We've come a long way in 2 years, and yeah, I mean even from some of our first generation suits, the process we've gone through to continue to develop and evolve our brand and our offering, you know, it's you know, we put everything into it, you know, our heart and soul, and now we've got a product range which we are absolutely passionate about. It's taken a while to get there, but you know, it's now we've got the full range, team wear as well, gloves. Unfortunately, the prototypes didn't quite make it to the show, but they'll be on sale within the next couple of weeks. They're fantastic products. So, like I say, they're all certified to be used at any karting event across the world. This year was great because we had some Rotax Team China and Team Taiwan in the Grand Finals, Rotax Grand Finals, and we're hoping to get into more teams for 2020 as well.
You already got one more customer.
Yeah, the racing wolf himself. I mean, that's all that matters. We'll just close up now. But you know, in terms of the service we offer, it's very personal. You know, all of our designs are. We offer a bespoke service, or you can choose from one of our 100 templates online, whatever colours you want, logos, etc. And you know, like I say, now with all the suits being manufactured solely in Italy, you get a suit that will fit you like an absolute glove. And we're still trying to keep the prices as you know, competitive as possible. So the sublimation at 428, including plus the VAT, but includes that custom fit, all the logos, unlimited logos, whatever colours. I mean, it's a bargain really.
I'll be honest with you, sounds really amazing.
Yeah.
Especially about what you said to me about that one.
Yeah.
I have your contacts.
Yeah.
And because I'm definitely thinking to do something in 2020.
You should.
So I'll give you a call. Definitely.
Sounds great, mate.
Mate, thanks a lot for all information, and
thank you for coming to see us.
More. You need more people, more measurements.
I know. Yes. Well, yesterday we were so busy. Yesterday, if you'd come here yesterday between the hours of 10 and 3, we couldn't move. This stand was swamped with people.
I think then I wouldn't take this interview.
Yeah. You wouldn't have been able to get 5 minutes with me, but it was great. Today's been nice and chilled. A lot of interest from teams and you know, suppliers across the country, so across the world, I should say. So yeah, watch this space.
Brilliant, mate. Thanks a lot for information.
Cheers, mate.
And have a good day today.
Yeah,
thank you. Right, yes guys, this was my friend from RHPK, Right House Pro Car Series, Ben Bishop. He has his own company which is making racing suits designed to your needs, like how you want it to be painted, what kind of logo you want there. They do everything. Okay, now I can see Club 100, and I want to chat to them because they've done already 1 year with the Rotax engines, and let me find out how was it. Right guys, I'm still on my way to Club 100, but I noticed these supercars, and you know what, when I see these, also here we have supercars as well. That one is Karting Legends, just over there. Karting Legends, and over here we have a supercars. They used to do British Championship, but they don't do it in the 2020. So I have a list of championships which they're doing, but I don't see it now. Yeah, but actually, what I want to tell you, I'm really thinking that I should to visit one of their events and film it. How do you think? Would you be interested to see supercars, to see one of their races? Because these machines looks really. No, I can't say it's a go-kart. It's very, very serious racing equipment. So yeah, they have like a 250 categories, they have a 450 categories, and they have a twin, not twin engine, they have a like this one. This is one engine, but with the twin cylinders, twin cameras, and yeah, they have a kind of 3 categories. So guys, if you would be interested to see supercars on my YouTube channel, just text me in the comments down below, and we will do that. Right, guys, here we are. We are at Club 100, and remind me your name, sir.
John Vigor.
Yes, John Vigor. I remember you from Backmo Park.
That's right.
But I'll be honest with you, when I approached you, I even didn't know that you were Club 100.
That's
right. The main person.
I remember that day. It was dark and dingy at Buckmore Park. I think it was the last round of our season.
And my battery died.
And your battery died. And you were driving along the motorway and you saw it going on and you decided to go and have a look. What is all this about? And you discovered Club 100.
Exactly.
Cool.
You know what? I know that this year at Club 100 happening lots of changes. Can you introduce us to that changes?
Okay, well, we talked about this time last year, if you remember, because we had the Rotax engine on the car.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is our first season using the Rotax Evo.
And how was it? How
it was amazing, fantastic. Yeah, it's been really good for us. I think it was. I think really a success is the word. You know, it was a great success. We've probably had our busiest year for a long time. So yeah, 26th year of running. It was our busiest year. Good numbers, good grids, great formats, great feedback from the customers. They've enjoyed it. I think it's helped us as well introducing the Club 100 to new drivers, because new drivers getting into the Rotax with the clutch, the push button start, it's a lot easier, it's a lot safer. So it's covered a lot of bases, shall we say, where it comes to safety and everything. So it's gone really well indeed. So, and we've opened up our registrations for 2020 only last Tuesday afternoon, and already we have seen over 200 registrations.
What?
So yeah, it's going very well,
Nice.
Yeah,
really
looking good.
Yeah. And you know what? I can see on your go-karts, it's a corporate card, which you're providing to the customers.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can see you have a very open wheel plan.
Yes.
I can see that the chassis are very twisty.
Yes.
It's not straight. It's not stiff like some of the corporate cards.
No.
You know. And tell me how the customers behaves with this open wheel card. Are they? Because I know that
in Club 100, the drivers that come into Club 100, they are enthusiasts. You know,
so they know what is it.
They know what they're doing. You know, and look, you know, we also evaluate drivers that are coming in from maybe indoors. You know, to come and do a test session, and we make sure that we have a look and make sure that they're happy and capable. But look, and as I say, Club 100 is the highest level, and of you can do on an arrive and drive basis. So we promote open wheel. It is a bare naked kart, if you like, compared to the corporate chassis that you see, at your local kart circuit. You know, your Sodis or whatever, with the full body kit on top and everything like that. So you know, people are signing up to this. They're aware of what they're signing up to, and they're enthusiasts. So we don't rent out our fleet for corporate hospitality. So we don't run stag do's, hen do's, birthday parties, company karting. We don't do that. This is all of our racing is championship racing, of which you have to sign up to become a member of. And so they are enthusiast drivers, people that know how to race a car, that want to compete.
Now I understand, because you know what I've been thinking, like your car's in a so good conditions, and I've been watching your Club 100 YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I've seen the Steve Alvarez, I think, the guy who is the quickest in a
Super GT, Steve Brown.
Steve Brown, yeah, Steve
Yeah,
Brown. Yeah. Super GT guy.
Everyone's been watching Steve Brown. Steve, you know you're famous, don't you?
Yeah.
You're more famous than me.
You know, and I've been watching the other your drivers, their YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, you know, and I've been really surprised how positive feedback after any car, because sprint race, this is where you're getting every hit in a different car.
Correct.
And you know, I was even a bit shocked how positive feedback was.
Yeah.
You know, because I'll be honest with you, I've done a lot of corporate cars, and I know what is a corporate car.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But now I understand why your car is in so good conditions, and I'll be even honest with you, your prices. I understand all the policy of your prices, and you know what? It's so good for these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, let's get one thing straight here. They're not corporate cars. You know, they are. You know, yes, it's a heavier chassis. Yes, the bodywork is heavier. However, you know, it is a car that is built for championship racing. So a corporate car is like is what you'd call a rental car, which is used 7 days a week at a track owned by a circuit for anybody to come and try out, you know, and for companies, like I said, stag do's, hen do's, birthday parties and such like. You know, that's a corporate, you know, cart. This is a race car,
racing
you know,
equipment.
It is a race car, but it's a race car that is, you know, of course it has to have a little bit more protection because I'm running a fleet of 46 of them, but it is more aligned to a race chassis. You know, so everything about it has the characteristics of a race car. The only thing is, it's probably about 30 kilos heavier than, you know, a full-blown race car, like you would see, you know, on all the stands at this show. The owner-driver chassis. So it is heavier because it needs that extra protection. But the fact that it's open-wheeled, it is bare naked. It is a race car, and that's how we like to perceive Club 100. So it's a fleet of race carts, you know, that have a little bit more protection. So it's not a corporate car.
Now I have to apologize.
That's okay. You
in
don't
front
have to
of
do
you,
that.
in front of the customers, guys. I always thinking that this was the corporate car, but no way. This is racing car. And I know that you have some innovations with MS UK. And also you have a junior championship now.
Okay, yeah. So people are calling it junior. It's not quite junior when you look at junior age in Motorsport UK, but it is designed for young drivers. Hence why we're calling it the YDC. It's the Young Drivers Championship. Okay. It's for 14 to 18-year-olds. So the idea was really to get this group of age drivers, you know, in this bracket to all come and race together. You know, without older drivers, if you like, and the more experienced drivers. So it's the idea to bring in younger drivers, let them all race together, bring the weight limits down, you know, because obviously a typical 14-year-old is going to be, you know, around about, you know, 50 plus kilos on average.
Yeah.
So, you know, we thought we'd invent a super light and a lightweight class where the weights are minimum racing weight 60 kilos, the other one is 70 kilos. We're introducing a 7-round championship next year, keeping it local, and just, you know, to try and attract young drivers. Already we've had a hell of a lot of inquiries about it, so I'm hoping that we'll at least get a grid in each weight category. I'm pretty confident that we'll get that.
Nice one. I'm really glad to hear that the Club 100 growing up is going better and better. Even after 26 years, it's not making weaker, it is going stronger.
We are getting stronger, which is really good. Yeah, and then the other strength that we've got as well is, as you mentioned, one of your questions there was about Motorsport UK. Yes, we were recognised by Motorsport UK for 2019 season we've just finished. They recognised us as a championship. Now we are fully affiliated with Motorsport UK for 2020 and going forward, and that means that everybody has to get a licence to race. So, you know, but never fear, you know, I've done some negotiating. And this licence is a restricted licence. It's called the KX licence, so it's kart crossover. So it's about crossing over from arrive and drive and moving on to owner driver. So we are at the pinnacle of the kart crossover tree, should we say, or the pyramid, because we're sort of like the highest level on the arrive and drive market. So after that, people would then cross over to the owner-driver car if they chose to. If not, they could stay with me and keep paying me. I'll be happy with that. Yeah. But the license is it's a free of charge license for my customers, and it is restricted, so they can only use that license to race with Club 100 at the moment. Certainly for 2020. That may open up, I don't know. But in any case, that is what the KX license is. So we are running under permit, under the umbrella, if you like, of the MSA.
Okay.
It's MotorSport UK.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing, and it gives us good kudos, and it gives us more security, and I feel very much relieved and very proud that we've been invited, under that tree. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? Even when I listen to it, it sounds really cool, because this way it makes drivers who are coming to Club 100, they don't think that, I'm coming here to drive the really quick car. It makes them like, I am licensed, I am a racing driver.
Yeah, well, they have a responsibility
now. It gives more responsibility.
Absolutely, and we've got to up our game. I mean, I think that we run a fantastic show anyway. I'm always going to say that. We take pride again in how we run our championships and look after our customers. The way we police everything, our health and safety, and everything that we cover there. We leave no stone unturned where that's concerned. But hey, listen, now that we are racing under permit with Motorsport UK, maybe we can even up our game and that even a little bit more. So
exactly,
you have to do it. So it keeps us on our toes, put it that way. It will keep us on our toes, and it will keep the drivers on their toes as well.
Amazing, really amazing news. John, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I'm really happy to hear that everything goes really good.
Nice.
Good luck today, have a good Sunday.
Thank you.
And I might see you on a truck in one of them.
Come and have a go.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Goodbye, everybody.
Just behind me, Taylor getting ready. I arrived here with Taylor and Yusuf. This is the guys who last year helped me with filming KartMania. You remember, guys, link in the description down below. Link for that video. Right, so Taylor getting ready, and then my turn, and then Yusuf. So we will make a small competition. We're gonna see who will do fastest lap time. So because it's 3 of us, so I can guarantee that I definitely gonna be in the top 3, definitely. Right, guys, we finished. Me, Taylor, and Yusuf. We finished competition. Now I'm standing. What's your name?
It's Paul Granger.
Paul, yeah, I'm standing next to Paul, and Paul, today you're actually in charge for this sim.
I am, yeah, I'm running the sim today,
yeah. Listen, my main question, this kart sim, what is it about, and what is the story of this?
So kart sim really was invented where there was a bit of a gap for making all the UK tracks for actually the owner's son to practice, when the weather was poor or when they couldn't get out to the circuits, which maybe a 3-4 hour drive away. He wanted something to train his son, get practicing before the weekend and get prepared. So that's how it was first started. Now we've got probably 25 tracks, I think, most of the UK, a lot more European, because we take it to the European Championship events now, so the drivers can practice, before their weekends racing, and we can also use it as a training tool. So if we can see that they've got any bad habits where maybe they hold the wheel position slightly wrong, or what they're doing in the car, maybe not braking enough, we can look at the sim, pause it, maybe do a replay just to show them where they're going wrong, and then hopefully change that very quickly. So within an hour's session we hope to identify issues maybe, and then they can go away and practice them at the real track.
That sounds really nice. And also I know that you based here at Silverstone.
Yes.
What is the name of the company?
So Kart Sim, we build the software and the simulators.
Okay.
So we have a unit here where we manufacture the simulator. We actually start with a bare frame and we put all the components together, and then we've also obviously made the software, so that gets put into it. And we also have a training facility with iZone Driver Performance. iZone, so we can take the drivers there, and we can practice the coaching bar, and also if they wanted to try the simulator, maybe to purchase, to have at their house, they can also experience the simulator there.
And what is the feedback from the drivers when they do the drive test? I've done it. It's really, on the steering wheel, it feels really realistic.
Yep.
Like 99%. You know, like if we speak about when you're sitting in a car, you don't have any movement, you don't have any G-force or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but that's the hardest thing, isn't it? You don't really feel the G-force. So there has been. This is like a platform that doesn't move. It's not, you know, a motion platform. We have looked at that, but there's a lot of sensors and a lot of movement that a lot of inputs that you have to replicate. So it's very difficult. So we believe that just the feeling through the steering wheel, without spending too much on a full platform, gives you enough feedback to be able to control the car, feel like it is flexing and moving. But obviously, ideally, you would like to feel it, you know, through your hips, through your bum. But you do get that force feedback through the steering wheel. So on the braking and everything, we try and use the sounds and the vibrations to let you know when the wheels are locking, and you know when you're sliding, that sort of thing.
I'll be honest with you, when I've been driving on the steering wheel and on the pedals, was very realistic, and I'll tell you honestly, very amazing equipment to learn the circuit and to learn how it's behave.
Yes.
You know, but I think we might arrange something to learn a bit more about the sim cars here, maybe for filming.
Yes, yeah, of course, we could do more. We could actually show you the iZone performance center, where we actually have like live data, and we can overlay drivers' laps. So maybe we use a professional driver to do a lap, and then we, you know, get yourself or someone, and we'll be able to overlay and see maybe where we can improve and change the way some of your driving techniques work.
If there is no future, means there is no past.